Jeff uses wood fire. I don't really know anything about your relationship with Jeff, so how did you first meet him?
I'm in the London Philharmonic Orchestra, and Jeff and Meg, his wife, were real fans, particularly her, I think, at that stage. She introduced him to the orchestra and to classical music, really. And they were very much involved with sponsorship for the orchestra and helping, because orchestras have a lot of trouble with funding. So I met them in the corporate bar, or the sponsors bar, and in 2007, the orchestra introduced a new group, which was the Beecham group, which is the support group.
Yeah.
And that meant that you could actually support a specific person in the orchestra, or a chair. So maybe principal flute or sub-principal percussion.
Yeah.
But they chose me.
Yeah.
Because we built up a nice relationship in this bar.
Yeah.
Because I used to go there in the interval and say hello. And they obviously felt that maybe I was cheaper than the principal seat because I'm just the second player, and they thought, let's go for that. But actually, all in all, it was 14 years that they supported my job, which is amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, when Meg, unfortunately, we lost Meg some years back, she passed away. And Jeff said, I'm going to continue it, which he did. So, 14 years.
Yeah, wow.
Very, very helpful, very generous.
Yeah.
You can imagine that over 14 years that we got to know each other very well. We went up to their house. He had bought an old disused railway station because of his passion about trains and train spotting.
Yeah.
But he also, obviously, because of his interest, maintained all the sort of train station side of it. So he had a ticket office.
Yeah.
And there was a corridor along which the whole wall was covered in train numbers and lamps from trains and anything to do with trains. It was there, and loads of photographs of him. But I mean, he very much, I think, if he had a project that he was involved with, it just totally devoted himself to it. And I suppose in particular if it's your home. I mean, he had a real commitment to things. When he got involved with something, he was truly involved with it. His football, Coventry City, the trains, County Hall, music, the LPO specifically, he, very much threw himself into coming to the concerts. If he liked something, he really liked it with a full commitment. He threw himself into it totally, particularly with his piano.
Yeah.
But he had a really distinctive style, and it was a sort of style which is called stride bass, and so that's where you have the tune in the right hand, and the left hand. You'll see people doing it now. If you haven't been aware of it before, go. And the stride bass is that on the main beats, which you'd have the low note and then the chord. So the tune would be here. So he used to do that to everything.
Yeah.
And there'd be times when he would phone up my husband and I and say, do you know what the chords is? Is this the right chord sequence for such and such? And then it transpired that he was going to be playing things here.
Yeah. They're good, aren't they? Yeah.
I like this one.
Oh, good. Yeah.
Not that I didn't like the others, but this,
Yeah.
this one I really do like.
Yeah, I think they're nice too. They feel like planets to me or something.
It's great with this cross section, so you can
Yeah.
actually see the inside.
Was there like a different side to Jeff that was maybe a little bit more unruly?
Absolutely, but it wasn't hidden.
No?
You know, it wasn't hidden. For the most part, you know, he would look. You'd look at him, and he'd be very serious. Although there was always that slight twinkle in his eye because there was a lot of mischief going on in there.
Yeah.
And he'd be very attentive to things. But when you were getting his responses, he had certain words which he would slip into the conversation, which I think in some circles would have raised eyebrows initially. But I think people eventually got used to it and sort of half expected him to come out with these words, one in particular. And what was really funny is that when he put his house, the station house, on the market, he was on television. I can't remember which channel it was. When they covered, he sent me this little video clip, and he actually was talking about the whole development of the thing, and he managed to actually do this entire interview and chat without using that word. And I think everybody who knew him sent him congratulations for actually having got through about 10 minutes of speaking without using it.
Jeff and his wife bought the abandoned station in 1990, then added a train and built their own tracks.
You've put so much into this. Why move?
Well, my wife's not here anymore. There isn't much more to do.
You've left your wife's legacy here, the train.
Absolutely. Yeah, well, there's lots
Meg of Sochtry.
Meg of Sochtry. Yeah, that's it.
As we carry on, and as you keep sort of Jeff alive in our memories and through sculptures and things like this, what do you think is like the biggest thing that he left behind?
Well, there's quite a few things that will remain with me for a long time. The main one is because of him being in these concerts for 14 years. And we do quite a few concerts. We do 2 or 3 each week in the festival hall. To always see him and know where they would be sitting up in this specific box, and then know that when I went back at the interval to say hello to the sponsors and that he would be there. Yeah, it's very strange now to actually. As yet, I haven't got used to the fact that he's not there. Yeah. You know, so I'll go to the corporate bar and the sponsorship bar and sort of think, oh, you know, it's too soon to sort of forget. But to remember that actually he's no longer there. And so, it makes me feel sad. I mean, there's so many happy memories of different situations that I've been in with him, and his generosity and just his love for life, which he certainly had in abundance, will sort of remain with, I think, not just me, but everybody.
Yeah.
Tearful.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Oops, me emotional.